Hey, good evening. Welcome to Relationship Flow Sip and Chat. Hope everyone is doing well. We got Daryl here. Daryl, how are you?
I'm doing well. How's everyone out there and that is watching? Hello.
We could barely see you, but we can hear you just fine.
It's
I
dark
know
in the
that you're.
car. Yeah, I'm trying to get home. I got stuck in traffic. It was some accident or something.
Oh,
But
dang.
we'll push on. We'll push on.
Okay, I know you driving, so I know you're not sipping on anything.
No. And even if I wasn't driving, I don't sip on anything.
I'm sipping on some H2O this evening.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. That's it.
Why
Yes.
you sipping on ACL? Did you go hard last night? So you trying to recover? What's going on?
No, not at all. As I said a couple weeks ago, I'm just trying to cut down on my sugar intake, and I know that
Got you.
wine and certain liquors,
Right,
so
right, right, right.
I only indulge every now and then.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Any
Uh,
let's talk any current events.
I haven't really none that are positive. Everything is so dreary. I don't even want to talk about it. Like it just sucks the life out of you all the nonsense every 5 minutes.
I know. You're right. What do you think about the vaccine booster?
The what? The vaccine boost.
The vaccine booster.
So again, I really don't know enough about it. I was, uh, you know, the vaccine to begin with was, tough to wrap your brain
Hmm.
around, and now as a booster, I don't understand it.
Hmm.
And like I said, because even is there a flu booster? I just don't know. Like I don't have enough information to really say, or I wouldn't take one right now because I just don't know enough.
Hmm.
I just don't. I want to do
Okay.
a year or two, and everybody has taken it, all these guinea pigs, and if not a lot of them died, then I'll try it out.
Okay. Okay.
We can talk about what did you think about did you see the Dave Chappelle special?
I did not. I mean, I've been reading that there's been some controversy around it, but I have yet to watch it to know what they're talking about.
So I think that maybe everybody should watch it. Maybe that's something we could talk about. It's very interesting.
Okay.
I thought it was great. It was a great show from beginning to end. I laughed, and Dave is that such a intelligent comic that you learn so
Yes.
much, right? So you do learn a lot, and he lays it all out. And I thought it was excellent. It was definitely a great show.
Okay.
Great show.
Okay. What's the controversy? Just,
Again,
in general.
again, people are calling him transphobic. Because they said he goes hard on trans people. But the issue would be, he uses the N word in there. He talks about molestation. He talks about white people. He talks about just about everybody, right? And it seems like no one's in uproar that he's talking about, black people a certain way, or even white people. He's really talking about white. He's really hard on white people, but they really have an issue that he's talking about trans people. And it's weird.
Okay.
It's like you can't talk about this population. This population is untouchable, and that's a problem.
Okay.
That's a problem. If someone came to me and said, I don't like his show, and laid out everything he said, like what he said about black people is terrible. Because if you have a problem with what he said about trans people, but you don't got a problem with him calling black people the N word, then we have nothing to talk about.
Okay.
Because you're not consistent in your outrage. The
Mm.
outrage is really specific. So that's the issue I have. And
Okay.
then I think that there's very it's very difficult to find anything he said that wasn't true.
Okay.
So if he was spreading a lot of lies or a lot of miseducation, maybe you could say something about that, right? But he didn't. Everything he said was true.
Mm.
And so how can you get mad at the truth? But that's because
Okay.
things are changing so much. You can't really um, call a spade anymore without someone getting upset.
Mm. Wait,
So
don't comedians make fun of everyone?
Well, see, that's the thing. They're talking about, if we really got free speech, why, when he's saying something, and these are all in jest, why is it such a problem? And they're like, well, he has a big platform.
Right.
Some people are being exposed to the trans community through his comedy, right? And that's the first time they really get to hear about or know about the trans
I
community.
mean, but for some white people, that might be the same thing about him saying stuff about black people.
Absolutely right, and that's the thing. So come on, let's stop playing these games.
Mm,
Because you're not talking about let's censor rap music, right?
mm,
We play that all day, every day, and it's no balance. It's either very hypersexual, hyper misogynistic, or let's kill everybody in the neighborhood, right?
mm,
There is no middle ground anymore. Like there is no, the conscious rap isn't pushed. There is no public enemy to balance it out. It's just all not so if you're talking about canceling stuff or stopping stuff that's not really good, but but you guys are you sensationalize that. You play that on every channel, so it doesn't make sense. You can't tell me, well, we need to ban this because it's bad, but then all the music out there right now is crazy. So it's just very one sided. Um, it seems like the trans community has a protection that nobody else has. That's what it feels like,
mm.
and that's what a lot of people are pushing back. Like, look, it's comedy, right? He's just it's we laugh, move on. It's not that serious, and he's talking about everybody. It's not like he's just picking out one community and bashing them to death. No, you're picking it out and running with it. But if you're not championing the cause of everybody, then I don't want to hear it. If you're like, well, I don't like what he said about black people, I don't like what he said about the Catholic priests and molestation. If you're not talking about all that, then we shouldn't talk.
Okay.
That's my stance.
Mm. Yeah, I always thought that if the the if they talked about everyone,
Yes.
then what's the big deal?
Right, right.
Hmm.
And no, as long as you're not advocating harm, like no, as long as you're not like go out there and beat someone up because they're different, again, and he's not doing that. So it's just tough. And we kind of talked about this before, where the cancel culture for a lot of times goes off of what they hear, not maybe what you said.
Mm.
And that's why no one wants to talk today, because you say something and automatically you're transphobic or you're homophobic or you don't like black people, because someone may take something you say out of context, hear a piece
Right.
of it, run with it, and now it'll put a whole new narrative around what you said. And that's not what you said at all. So, it does become it's tough. And but Dave's like unapologetically like, listen, this is how I feel. I'm not, emboldened and beholden to anyone. Like I'm not worried about sponsorships or anybody. So you can't cancel me. What you gonna cancel? I'm getting my money. I got 20 million
Mm-hmm.
per episode that per show I did, and I'm getting it. So you can't take anything from me. Dave said, if this is being canceled, I love it. Because you're not doing anything to Dave at this point.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh. Ah, that's
yes, sir.
interesting. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
I didn't watch it. I will now.
Absolutely. It's a great watch. It's from beginning to end. He even have a great story to kind of emphasize. Like I'm not transphobic. I'm a people like people. You know what I mean? Some people. He actually said that he has a problem with the whites. That's always been his problem. The whites. He said my
Right.
biggest problem is the whites. That's always been my problem. So yeah, it's definitely a good watch. It's very educational, funny. Like I said, I laughed beginning to end, and actually, you may
Hey
even
Neil.
cry a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good.
I've always found him to be extremely hilarious.
Right, right, right. Extremely, he is.
Extremely. And there are some things that stick out more than others, like
Right, right,
the Rick James thing,
right, 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 right,
the
right, right.
Prince thing. I remember one of the episodes where he did the street interviews, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
him and a girl were on the street supposedly,
A-
and they asked her,
Absolutely.
"What did you do? What's the craziest thing you've done sexually?" And she talked
Yes.
about this scene where she had sex with a couple guys,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
asked
yeah.
him, what's the craziest thing you done sexually?" He was like,
Sleeping with
"Apparently
her without a
slept with old
condom.
gangbang here.
Yeah, that old gang banger. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a funny
so
dude.
yeah, I definitely want to watch it now to see what all the fuss is about.
Right, exactly. And I think that's they were like cancel him, and Netflix like, nah, we're not canceling him
Mm-hmm.
because I know he's bringing in so many more
Of
subscribers, and
course.
the more they talk about it, the more it becomes like bigger it gets.
Of course.
Now
Yeah.
everybody wants to see it. Everybody got to see it, so then they can either talk about it on their podcast or on the TV
Mm-hmm.
shows and news stations. So you got to see it. So it is definitely selling crazy, and Netflix is like, nah, we got Dave. We're standing by him. They want that
Mm-hmm.
money.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I was just reading today that there's another woman who's suing Bill Cosby in a civil case now.
Yeah, I seen something like that.
Now that he's out and I think they said something about them not being able to charge him again criminally.
Right,
But these people from the past can now come out and try to get money from him.
right.
So I thought that was very interesting. Thought that was very interesting. There was a young woman who said that he had done the same story that they've talked about with these other women to her, and now she's looking for millions upon millions of dollars
Yeah, see,
from
that's
him.
this one that I see. I don't know exactly what happened, but this is like now you're weaponizing it. You're trying to use something to get money now, which is it's weird. You know, I don't know if she did anything before about it, but I don't know. It's just weird, and
Yeah, I know.
this is what
She
happens
said,
in the legal.
yeah. Is that the baby girl?
Yeah, we're all walking in now. We finally made it.
Okay, good. Made it home safe and sound.
We made it.
Wonderful.
Uh,
Yeah, and like you said, the other stuff that's talked about all the time is just bad stuff you don't want to
yeah,
talk about no more.
nah, you just get over. They're hearing the same, you know, conversation. I just tear you up. Just don't lift you up at all.
Mm-mm. Nah, not at all. I was actually, I actually try to scroll through and find some positive stuff, but
All right, right.
it's very little out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like they intentional, the powers that be, the media, whoever, intentionally do not talk about the good stuff.
No, because they know it sells, and they know that type of stuff sells. People want to hear the drama.
Yeah. But it's so easy to get into a doom scroll
Yeah.
and to become, vicariously traumatized
Right. Right.
with all this stuff that's happening. So I think that it would be nice to have a balance. Yes, yes, Neil. Just about all the current events are depressing.
Right. Absolutely. That's why sometimes you got to
Unfortunate.
get away from it.
Yeah, yeah. Coming off of social media is very helpful at times.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you do come back and you want to, just check the news, find out what's happening in your neighborhood, in your area, it's it's very difficult to find something positive.
100%.
Hmm. Very difficult. All right, guys. So tonight's topic, Daryl said it's going to be real short and sweet. The topic is: do you divorce the family after the divorce? And
And
Daryl has some real strong opinions about this topic.
strong opinion. Hold on, I'm getting set up over
I
here.
tried to play devil's advocate and come from a place where some people really do think that it's okay to remain close with the family members, the siblings, the parents of someone that they're no longer involved with.
Yeah, we call them losers.
Daryl.
What? Oh, I didn't know I was on.
never been you're not friends, I'll say, with anyone's family who you've been involved with.
No,
No, wow, no one at all.
not one, not a one.
Okay, all right. Now we all know that you have a beautiful daughter.
Right.
So her aunts and uncles on her mother's side,
What's their
her
names?
grandparents.
What's their names?
I don't know.
I don't either.
You know what?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess if people would say, what would be the benefit in that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't see any benefit.
Mm.
Zero. Um, Once you kind of leave that situation, I think you leave that situation.
So if the ex mother-in-law, father-in-law, whatever, say, "Hey, we're having a cookout. You know, we still love you. You can come by."
Hey, how you get my
Would
number? How you get my number? Who this? Who this?
No speaking English?
What are we talking about here? You understand? So yeah, I don't necessarily see it happening. I think it could be in rare occasions. Um, yeah, very rare occasions.
Really?
Very, very rare. Like
Very
unicorn rare. Like you probably see a
That's,
unicorn.
I mean, that's almost impossible then.
Oh,
Unicorn rare?
that's rare. That's how rare it is. Very rare.
Mm.
It's not something. Like I said, I don't understand. I don't see the benefit. I don't see how it would work. I don't see the even down the line where both of you guys meet somebody new. How does that work? You know what I mean? You at somebody else's house with a whole new person. How does that work? You feel me? You bringing Raheem over. We don't know Raheem. What you gonna be like? And what's the mom gonna say? Like, oh, he's better than my son. I'm glad you. My son. What? What are we doing here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. I don't see the benefit for anyone. I think it makes everybody uncomfortable. Um, it just doesn't. It doesn't sound like something that makes sense. And again, I said everything can happen. I can see maybe everybody, but well, I did it. I can still. All right, well, maybe you're an outlier, but for the most part, I don't see the benefits.
Mm.
I don't see the benefits. Like, why are you at the cookout by yourself with all my family? That's an issue.
Well, it definitely would be uncomfortable if you brought someone else.
It'd be uncomfortable if I brought somebody else, and you
Yes.
everybody looking like, dang, his ex-girlfriend here for what?
Mm.
All our family, and he got his new girl here and his ex-girlfriend there. That's just uncomfortable for everybody. That's just uncomfortable. And it just doesn't make sense to me. And I think it's some mental health involved if you want to go to somebody else's family and y'all not together no more. Like, it's mental health. There's something wrong. Something wrong with you that you would even want to put yourself in that situation. Like, I want to put myself in a situation to see my ex with his new boo all hugged up and living life.
Mm. What if the relationship is such that you're not going to stuff, but maybe you invite his people to stuff? Like you might invite his cousin or sibling to something you're having because you were close with them. So maybe you're not going there and being around his people with his new boo, but
Well,
you might invite them to something.
that's a lot different, I guess, if you invite
Okay.
maybe it's cool with their sister and you
Mm-hmm.
invite them out. I would just think a family function. I don't see why that person's there.
Okay. All
It's very,
right.
it's very rare. That's a very, very, very rare occasion that something like that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just very rare.
It's so funny because you see this stuff on like soap operas
Mhm.
where the exes are showing up at the old person's house and they're all at the same functions together and all that kind of stuff. But you're right, you don't see that in real life.
Right. Well,
much.
and I forgot. So I do have a girl I dated, and she's like part of the family now. So she still comes around. She's cool with my sisters. She does. If we have family functions, she's there. She's like a sister.
Okay.
Uh, I don't really do anything on her side.
Mm,
Like like I don't go over to see her mom and dad and stuff anymore. But
mm.
um, she definitely is around all the. She's like a sister at this point. You know,
Okay.
God, she's like family. She's definitely just like family at this point.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So it can happen.
Uh-huh.
But see that, and that's because she was so close to my sisters. Because it wasn't really me. She's so close to my sisters that they're like sisters. So then we,
Hmm.
and now we can, like I know her boyfriend, but then it's weird because he has issues. He has,
Okay.
which because we're around, like he has real issues with it. You know what I mean? When we're like, if I'm there and something's going on, it feels some type of way sometimes. Um, and I get it. 'Cause I mean, I'm sexy. I'm like, God, I
You
understand
know
why.
what?
But that's the problems it can bring. You know what I mean? That's the problems it brings. Because I'm like, I'm cool. Like that's like my sister. I'm like, yo, let's. But he is not as willing to come like mend this. And it's been years at this point now, and it hasn't changed, and actually causes.
Right. So he doesn't believe that e- either nothing could ever happen between you two or that nothing is happening between the two of
Right, right. And that's where he is, and it has caused trouble for them at times. You know what I mean? Which I get because I'm sexy. So. Um,
you. You hear that, Neil?
So, but I mean, it does take a lot, but but it makes me uncomfortable at times, right? So, like I said, the situation is uncomfortable because if he's there, I don't want to do anything to make him think anything because there's nothing there, but I'm overthinking. So I'm like, I'm not gonna go near. So now I'm acting weird, and that can look like something if it's to somebody who's looking for something. That can look like something too. That's why it just doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. It's so much work and it's so much strain, and everybody's tiptoeing around to make because you don't want someone to feel uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable. It doesn't make sense to me, right? And it's like big horn, big horn. Okay, okay? So, so it makes it very difficult. So now thinking about it, makes it's very difficult, and it makes everybody uncomfortable. Like even being like say if everybody happened to leave the room and we're left in the room, it feels
Mhm.
uncomfortable.
Okay.
Look up and scramble to get out the room so no one thinks anything. It's a big
Hmm.
and it's really and it's not really and again with family it's just like my immediate family, like my sisters and our friends that are around the same age, like we hang out that way, but not like a big family gathering. She's not going to reunions or anything like that,
Okay.
which I think she could. Like I wouldn't, because I do think of her as family, um, but I know she would have it probably issues on the other side. So like I said, it doesn't work well.
Hmm.
And we try to make it work, but like I said, I'm still uncomfortable, and there's nothing there, and I think she's uncomfortable, and he's uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable situation, very
Okay.
uncomfortable.
But she shows up
Sometimes,
sometimes.
there's certain things that I'm like, oh, because we all got kids and they should be together, but it can't happen because she don't want to hear it when she goes
Right.
home. You know what I mean? And sometimes now the girls can't all hang out and stuff like that, so it does present a problem sometimes, and that upsets me sometimes. Cause I'm like, yo, come on, man, you need to get together. So they're kids, they're all together all the time. So we shouldn't have to exclude one or other because of what you feel. And that it definitely makes me upset, because
Hmm.
like, yo, grow up, man. Like, but again, I get it. I'm sexy. So
Are you saying he has something to worry about?
no, but I'm sexy and he just feels like I get how the sexiness makes him feel a certain way, throws him off his game. And it's crazy because like what, and I try to do everything like extend myself. Hey, what's up? Like talk to him like when all the guys around, like hey, did it like to show it's nothing, but I get it. So I understand a little bit because I know outside the situation, I could understand being that guy. Like, yo, why your ex dude always here? You know what I mean? Why y'all so close? You know what I mean? And it's not like we talk on the phone, not we do anything. Only time we see each other if we're out. You know, nothing more than that. You know, but I get it. The mind sometimes, you know, plays tricks on us, and it makes us think things, and uh, you
And
know.
it could make you think that the family would rather that person be with the other person and not you. Like,
I
why
mean,
they keep inviting them to stuff?
I'm sexy. I get it. You know. And it's weird because I don't know what irrational thoughts. Because, like I said, and in my mind, I'm trying to do everything I can to make it like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, how you doing? That mup, and that's not even me, but I go out of my way because I don't really care about nobody enough to shake your hand, like. But I just want to make it known that there is nothing,
Right.
you know. So I can see, like I said, it doesn't work. It just doesn't really work. It's even that we're trying to make it work. It's uncomfortable, and again, and that's, like I said, it's a rare occasion because I don't know nobody else that I hang out with or go see their family or anything like that. Once we're done, your family's done too. If I see your family in the mall, I ain't speaking to them no more. We're done.
Mm, mm.
They know what's up. So we're done.
Okay.
So
So then, if you look at it that way, then there may be something to the fact that you're that a family feels so close to an ex that the other person should have some reservations about going to, about your new partner going to stuff with her ex
well,
family.
well, think about it because it's like you're going to a family that's really not yours, and they're an outsider. They're really an outsider.
Mm-hmm.
People are really strangers, right? They're not
Mm-hmm.
like this is your ex's family,
Right.
like
Right.
that. Hey, your man, like, yeah, me and my girl going to her ex's family cookout. What's that? No, she doesn't. She doesn't have any feelings for me because I listen. Usually when I'm done with somebody, we're done because I don't mess it up to the point where you don't. I, when I finish something, I done finished it.
Talk about scorched earth.
Yeah, it ain't no coming back from that. Surprised we're still friends. You know what I mean? Uh, so no, it's legitimately like nothing there. Like it's almost like she is. The only reason she was still cool with my sisters, and then by being around my sisters and me being around, we're just cool. There's nothing there,
Mm-hmm.
um, nothing at all. You know what I mean? And even for me, it's weird. I look at her like a sister. Like I look at her like the big sister because she's older than my sister. So I look at her as a big sister, and she did a lot for us, and helped us in a lot of ways. And so, I mean, we cool, but it's nothing else. It really is nothing else. Uh, and again, and even with that, because we don't hang out a lot. It's not like we hang out ever. We don't ever go anywhere. We don't talk on the phone. It's nothing like that. We'll see each other. Hey, there's something coming up. We're having a barbecue. I'm through. Right. And if I do something, I always extend it to both. I get told dude to come through too. You feel me? So,
Mm-hmm.
finished. Atom bomb destroyed. Ain't
He done burnt it down to the ground.
no coming back. It's weird, but
Yeah.
I
But
think
this,
usually in that case, like I said, gotta be some mental health. You holding on to somebody else's family.
hmm.
You know what I
Or,
mean?
I mean, all right, it doesn't have to be mental health. I mean, if you developed a really strong bond with
And
with
guess
this person's family,
you developed a really strong bond with them and left them.
I
That is,
mean, sometimes you and the person just don't work out, but you still love their family.
no, you love their family because of them. So when it's done,
Maybe you love their family in spite of them. I don't know.
but like I said, I don't know how that new relationship works. I don't know how you
Hmm.
cool going to somebody else's house who's not your family with your new person.
Hmm.
That's weird to me.
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
your the other person with their people, that's weird. That just brings a lot of, and then like I said, it could influence, affect your relationship, because now they're like, yo, what's really, and nothing going on, but why y'all so, I saw y'all over there talking, you know what I mean, y'all was over at the table getting food at the same time. What's up with that? I know it's y'all, it just makes it difficult. It does make it very difficult, you know, because that person doesn't know your relationship.
Right.
They don't know if it's really over. They know what you say, but they're like, yo, if this was your ex, and if she's so close to your family, that must mean you guys are really close. Then that may be a way for y'all to get back, right?
Right. Yes.
That close. How come y'all that
That's
close?
what a lot of people would think.
Yeah. Like, and again, I don't know why any other reason why you would come around. I mean, your mom is cool, but she ain't that cool when I want to come to barbecues and hang out with the family still. Like, I should be hanging out with my new partner and their family. Like now, like you trying to add another family? Like, come on.
I mean, in those situations, though, sometimes the new partner is called insecure. Like, why are you insecure? There's nothing going on with me and her or him. So why can't I hang out with his mom or his cousin or his sister?
Ain't nothing going on. Why you over here then? Why at his family house? His family, huh? His family. Like, how we gonna move on when you still holding on? Huh? Talk to me. How we move on when you holding on? Let it go. Let it go like frozen. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
You feel me? You're
Yes.
still, you still got 1 foot back in some way you could look at it. Like, we trying to move forward, but you holding on to this old thing. Like, I'm confused, right? You know, how can you keep holding on to this, but say you want to move forward? Like, did you let him go? Because you still kind of hold on to him through his family, or through her family. That's how someone can look at it, and you know what I mean? They might be right. Who knows?
They might be right. I mean, I could see how just having that closeness. We talked before about proximity and how it can help build relationships.
Right.
Just being there, being around all the time, doing stuff
Right.
could make you find a way back to each other.
Absolutely. I mean, because everybody ain't like me. Everybody don't just blow the whole thing up forever, right? Some of them might have, you know, it might not work because of timing, or it might have not worked because of something. And it, like I said, wasn't really a really amicable breakup. And we understood that, oh, maybe we're not right for each other. But damn, girl, you're looking good in that dress over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and maybe my ego seen with somebody else, like, game on. I'm gonna get that back. I'm gonna get it back. It just, you're putting yourself in a position that to me is not a good position to be in. It's just not. It doesn't make sense.
I got
You know?
it. When I was thinking about this topic, something else came to my mind. You know, because a lot of times when people break up, they still like call their exes for stuff. Like, can you come fix my dishwasher? Can you come take my trash out?
Who do
Can
that?
you?
That's
Huh?
my penis.
What?
That's somebody looking for some penis. Okay.
They wouldn't say that though. They wouldn't say that.
Y'all know what that means. Like, you stupid, like, oh yes, you know, I gotta go. I'm the only person in the world that can go fix a dishwasher. No, you're not the only person in the world. Like, let's get what's going on here. So, I don't have any exes calling me to do anything. Well, that's, I blew up the whole thing and it's done. So it ain't.
Well, yeah, you're a special case.
No, I'm not special. If you ask anything, you're the special case. Because you should not be playing in the middle of the street. If you're done, you're done. If you're calling people over to do this, that, and the next, that makes no sense, because there's somebody else who can do whatever they need.
I totally agree with that. I
Absolutely.
totally agree. But I see it all the time and talk to couples about it all the time, where an ex is calling, especially if there's children involved. Say, oh, the water won't go down the sink. I gotta go because I got kids with them.
No, he's gonna get that dick, and we might have another kid, because you can send a plumber over there, like, and you ain't even a plumber. You going over there, like, come on, stop. The only pipes you're gonna work on is hers.
Right.
Like, let's not be silly with this. You know what I mean?
It happens very frequently after a breakup. You're still, people are still calling their exes for stuff.
I don't know.
And when the new person is upset about it, it's thrown on the new person like they got the problem.
Leave, because they cheated. Like, I'm not dumb. Like, again, you're not the only person in the world. I mean, look, I'll pay for somebody to go over there. Like, you don't have to go over there. That to me is crazy. You know what I mean? Because again, you can't start something new reaching back. Like, you can't, like, there's other way. Hey, she's gonna have to learn at a certain point to call somebody else. Let today be the day. You know what I mean? Let today be the day. If you can't take your kids, you need to go get them.
Oh, wow.
If she can't take care of them and the toilet don't work, then you need to go with your kids because they need someone to go to the bathroom. So you can go over there. Their kids come out.
And I'm laughing because I said something similar to somebody, and they looked at me like I had three heads. Go get your kids.
There you go. They need help. Go get them.
Mm-hmm.
Get the water situation worked out. Give you a call, and the kids can come back over.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm not gonna get stuck in these dumb games. And if you try and make me the problem because I got a problem with you going over there, then guess what? You might as well stay over there. Don't come back here, right? Because I know I'm not the problem. You know, respect me in this what this is now. And if you want to go back, go back. Right? Don't call my husband over to do nothing. Ultimately. Are we talking about your husband's work wife? I'm pretty sure. Boom, boom. I remember something. Work wife.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Gave me something.
But yeah, you know, the situation, the most recent situation I was talking to a couple about, it's some very serious controversy about that. Because the husband, well, they're engaged, they're not married, is saying that he gotta do these things for the ex-wife.
He do got to do it because he want to keep getting that side booty. Like, if you want to keep getting it, he better come over and attend to whatever she need. He said, what he said is, I'm not trying to give up the side booty. That's what he's saying. So, son, you're not even whatever she asks you to do, you're not equipped in that. You're going over there, and there's other people do it. You can send a handyman over there. You can pay somebody. Come on, man. So that's just silly. So if she engaged, then don't go through with it. Then
don't get married.
Run. You know, because it doesn't make sense to him have to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
She got a
side wife got a man.
I mean, she got two. She could call. I mean, I'm just saying. But honestly, I don't think.
But I mean, you know, a lot of the conversation has been around. She doesn't trust me. She doesn't, you know, she doesn't understand that, you know, I have children with this person, and if something's going wrong over there, I need to be there so that my kids have a comfortable place, that kind of stuff.
So he's still the man of the house over there. Like, that's his house.
Yes.
Like, the man over there. Like, she said she ain't moving over. Not a man. He's gonna live here all the time. Yes. But he's on speed dial.
Thank you, Daryl. Yes.
Tell him, come on, man. And he's trying to sell that nonsense and think somebody believe it. Like, that to me is silly. Like, I would say, I would ask her, what does he do around it? Does he fix everything around his house, the house they live in now? Is everything fixed? if one thing out of order and he ain't fix it, then what you running somewhere else and you ain't taking care of your own house? Come on, man, stop. You know, he out here playing these games and he engaged. Tell her to get the ring back. There you go.
I can't say that directly, but
tell her call me. I'm gonna tell her give it back, or tell him to give it to his wife over there with his kids.
Right? Yeah.
That's the woman in his life that he's worried about, that he's putting in front of her. Because every time you go do something for the your child's mother, you're really putting her in front of your home, right? So if something happened to the kids, it's different. Kid fell down and bloody, we gotta go to the hospital all day. but not like we need the TV hung up in the kids' room. Okay, what you calling me for? You know, find somebody. Don't you got a dad? You got a dad, don't you? Or you got a brother or somebody who can do that. One of your coworkers, maybe your work husband. Have him come over. Have him come over, put it up. But
Mm-hmm.
that's silly. And it's funny he believes that. I think
Yes.
he lied to himself so much. He believes he has to do it. Like
Yes.
what kind of his hubris is at an all-time high. Like I have to do it, or it's not going to get done, and my kids are going to be left at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's his argument. That is his argument all day.
Oops, sorry.
The problem is the one day he goes over there and she's butt naked at the door.
You mean every day he goes over there, she's butt naked at the door. He ain't running over there to fix nothing. He running over there because he still know he getting that thing. Because if not, I'll just send somebody to do it. Right? Me to waste time to go over there is because I'm getting something else extra.
Or maybe you're trying to get something else. No, you think it's happening?
I think because you got to have a reward. If I keep coming over, I ain't getting a reward. I ain't coming over there no more. If I'm over there trying all the time and we wrestling and you keep pushing me off, I'm like, I ain't coming back. I can get it at home. But he's getting a reward, right? Because he's not going over there for no reason, to the point where he's like, I have to go over there. Oh yeah, she still, she still got it. Mom still got it. That's what it is.
But what does that say about mom? He divorced you. He got somebody else. Why you keep calling?
Well, I think we kind of talk about this because you have the best of both worlds. You have the dad over there when he comes, he's coming to help you out. You're not arguing anymore. It's the part that's kind of good, the easy part. You're not worried about bills. You're not worried about this, that, or the next. So it's kind of, you're just getting the best of both worlds. And she may have somebody else. So it's really the best of both worlds. And the kids get to see their dad. So it's kind of like you still have that home, that happy home. So it kind of, it fits all the boxes.
True.
That's
a really good point, though, that he is the man of that house.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Still.
And he's putting that up against the girl he so-called wants to marry. So like I said, if she marries him, then she's accepting, you're already accepting what's coming with this. Like you see the contract. Contract is I'm gonna go every time she calls, I'm going. Every time she don't, I'm just gonna go over there, just swing by and check. So I
gotta check on my kids.
You know what I mean? And if she continues with this, the relationship is laid out. This is what it's going to be. This is what it's going to be, and he's going to continue to do it. And by you marrying him, you're saying it's okay as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. A lot of times people get married thinking that things going to change.
Nope. And everything's going to be exactly the same. Like you really just signed up for whatever is to come with this. Whatever it is you decide. Dang, that's terrible. I wouldn't do it. You can go one time, then I'm like changing the locks. Don't worry about coming back.
I agree with that.
Yeah, don't worry.
Call a handyman, call a plumber, call whoever else you need to call.
Especially today, because there's so many people that are looking for work, and so you got handyman everywhere. You could go find a handyman and go take care of whatever. And that saves you gas and time. It's cheaper, actually. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to really go yourself. Right. So I can't see any reason going other than there's something else going on. Like you say, you're trying to rekindle something, or the relationship seems a lot better because you're not there all the time. But nothing nice, and nothing for the new relationship where I'm engaged to the person. That doesn't make sense. Stuff people go through.
Yeah, a lot of times people don't let go of their previous relationship when they get into a new one.
Right.
Whether it be the family or the ex directly.
Right. That 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, again, you got to make a decision. Either we're going to be together or not. Like I said, I don't know how you move on when you're still holding on. Right. You can't hold on and move on. It doesn't work that way. So Definitely.
And a lot of times the new person isn't assertive enough, or something else is going on with them that they don't put their foot down, or that they continue to accept that.
Right, because everything else is so good, and maybe it's just think about how many parties you may have, maybe once every couple months, if that. Once, the big holidays every 4 times a year, so it's kind of spread out. So you argue, you get over it, argue, get over it, argue, get over it, argue, get over it. Unless they're meeting more than that. But I like I said, for me it doesn't make sense. And I'm not going to your ex's house. I'm telling you, I'm ready to. Hey, babe, look, hey, what you want to do? Are you out your rabbit mind? I am not your ex's house.
We going to my ex's house for Thanksgiving.
Understand? How does that work? Like, that's not even your family. Like I'm supposed to start traditions with you with your ex. It don't make sense. That.
Well, his girlfriend gonna be there too. So what's the big deal?
Right. So we're done. Thank you. Because you're trying to rationalize this, not even seeing like it doesn't make any sense for us to go to your ex's house. That's not even anything for us to make us grow. Like, how are we growing going to your ex's house? Like me going to your family house actually is helping us growing because we should be together and we'll probably be around each other. We get married, they're gonna be there. But going to your ex's house does not help us grow at all. You feel me? It just makes more problems. Like, what you looking at them for? Or why don't you say hi? Why act like they don't know each other? Oh, I know what's going on here. Like, whatever you do is going to be wrong, to be honest.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Yes.
However you act is going to be wrong.
That's right. You're going to be too quiet or too involved.
Right.
One or the other.
It just doesn't make sense. And then, it's a whole bunch. Y'all both up there. I see y'all both talking at the table. What's he going to come down and say hi?
Mm-hmm. His mom calling you her daughter.
Baby, you the one that got away. You was always a man's girl. Like, you always be, what? You know what I mean? Now I gotta cuss out an old lady. It just doesn't seem like it.
You gotta curse his mom out. He want to fight. Like,
we done turned this whole barbecue out, but now we gotta fight the whole family because remember, it's his family.
Yes.
Ain't no backup. We got you, girl, against the world. He might go on his side. We don't know. Y'all look up to be me.
Yes. She's like, why you start all that trouble?
Right. So it doesn't it just doesn't seem like a good thing at all. I think the best thing to do is divorce the family.
Okay.
It's best for everyone just to divorce the family.
Divorce your ex and his family.
So you got to go to them and say, look, we can't be together no more, family. We can't. We all done. Go. If I see you in shop right, I say, what's up? Give you a little head nod, keep it up. But it just doesn't make sense. And no such
Have you ever been in a situation where you broke up with someone and they were calling you to come over and do stuff or hang out?
Boom.
Oh, yes, right. You just say you know it all.
If they call me over, give me jump. So I know.
If they call you, it's a setup.
I'm outside at that point. I know it might be outside.
It is. It is.
You're right, Neil. I think it definitely just, and like I said, I think it helps breed insecurities. Not that you can, but I think it just allows too many things to come into play because you're still so close to something that you're supposed to be over. And that's really what it would be for me. Why are you so close to this? And then even you say, well, I knew him half my life, and that's even worse. Like, that means you can go back at any time. You know him for so long, that, like, you really know him. They know it. And sometimes people take breaks. But like I said, that proximity could easily land you guys back together if there was still something there, if it wasn't a bad breakup, if it was, like I said, I can't see why you're here. It's a rare occasion. And then, like, even if it's okay for you two, meaning the two people that broke up, then the people surrounding them, I don't know how they deal with that. You know, even if it's my family and I have a new girl, but she sees my ex girl there, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. Why is she here? Why are you that cool? You feel me?
And
Because
the person that invited her may still want you two to be together.
right, right. Absolutely, absolutely.
So they see, the new girl see your old girl busting it up with the family like she in.
Mhm.
Like, how do I get in?
And,
Now that she's already in with everybody, how do I get in?
and on top of that, why this one? Right? If you had other girlfriends, what makes this one so special that y'all so cool that y'all still inviting her back? So that must mean you guys really liked her, which means you gonna be in your son ear like she's still here, she still got it. You might still be pushing her on him, right? So like I said, it just brings a lot of problems, and I can see the mind running wild with thoughts, seeing them there. And then you see them like you see stuff in your head like they talking, they not talking. You start throwing food, and the fight break out. You know,
You throwing food now?
yeah, you know what I mean? Because you couldn't take it no more. Uh, every time you look up, and it gotta be weird because you're looking that direction. Girl, why are you looking over there? I'm not even looking. I mean, I'm looking over there. I ain't know she was there. You know, it's just I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. It seems like it's all problematic. This is a big problem. Divorce the whole family. Say no to your their ex family. Gotta leave them alone.
When they invite you, just say no.
Just say no, because they're inviting you for the fight. Because I know I would do it, but I want to see a fight. You know, I would do it. Cause I want to see it. Like I know he got a new girl. Let's invite his old girl and see if they fight. Taking the whole party so I can put on World Star.
You know what?
I want to go viral. That's all.
Hey, I believe there's probably some family members who do that.
Absolutely. I'm one of them. I would do it in a heartbeat. Come on over. Now it's okay.
Uh-huh.
But like I said, I just don't. It just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. I think it causes too many problems. I think even the most secure person, it could kind of weigh on you a little bit because there's so many different layers to it. You know, with like, who invited them, why they invite them, because it might not be you, but their motive could be to put them on you.
Of course, yes. They could be like, I can't stand that new girl, so let's invite so and so.
Right. You know, they look better anyway, and that girl was always meant for him. They just had a little mess up. They could hook up. They don't get back together, and we're going to help it. You know what I mean? And that's, it's just not a good look, to be honest. How do your current girlfriend handle seeing your ex-girlfriend and some of your family's functions? So
Tell them.
Nah, I was so that girl, we're so close. Anybody I deal with, I like, if she, like, you got to deal with it. Like, if she calls and needs something, I'm going to be there for her because she was there for me and my family when we were going through some of the toughest times of our life. You know, the two toughest times of our life, she was always there. She's been there, tried and true. So if she needs something, it's definitely going to be, you just got to get over it. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. But again, it's not.
So should they run? Should they run?
Well, they end up running anyway, but that's another story. It's but see I would say the one difference, and the only reason I think it can work because it's nothing with any regularity. You know, we may talk maybe once a year. We may see each other maybe once a year, or maybe at birthday parties or something like that. And she I don't think she really ever called and needed anything, right? She had a whole man over there. But I'm just saying, if she did, I would go. I don't think it's ever happened, to be honest. Okay. Right. But so when they see her, I don't think I brought too many people around, to be honest.
You blow up stuff before you bring them around the family.
I was like bringing everybody around the family. I think one girl was fine. They were fine. I don't think it was really a issue. You know what I mean? It was nothing. And I think the same way as me, it's nothing. Well, the other dude couldn't handle. But the girl I know, any girl that I brought around, it was really not a problem. That they said to me, I don't know how they really felt. I you could tell they feel a little uncomfortable, like because they may not talk or something like that. It may be a little weird. But once you see us, like we're usually never around each other. We usually don't really talk much. We not because I mean they're all girls. So I used to stay out the way anyways. I have all sisters, and for the most part, and they all hang out, and I'll be with the guys. So it's not even like we have to interact.
Mm.
So it's cool. It's usually, I mean, from what I know, no one's really told me anything because they're not around that long to tell me how they feel anyway. So. So yeah, I don't too much. Yeah, not too much issue. That I know.
Mm. I guess depending on how I felt about the guy, I think that would determine if I have any problems with seeing his ex at a function.
And two, how they interact. Like if you get there
Yeah.
and they're interacting, then that makes it worse. But they're not talking. Well, that can make it worse too. But I mean, I think
that could definitely make it worse because it can seem like they're actively avoiding each other for some reason.
Like I'm about to say, yeah. So, but I think that for the most part, if they're not really, doing much or around each other, I think that makes it a lot easier because you can see like they're not really around each other. So I can help you a little bit. You can still, like I said, think like maybe they're doing on purpose, but if hugging and they're doing the most, then I'm gonna do the most. We're all gonna be doing the most.
Oh gosh. That should get really uncomfortable for your family.
It will. No, my family love it because they're like, here we go. Showtime. I'm glad I got the popcorn just for this. Like, damn, that hug was long. Woo! No space in the middle. That was no church hug. I was like, I miss you hug. That's definitely not a miss you hug.
So you got some instigators, huh?
That's what I would be saying to the girl that I was with if her ex was there. Like, woo, that was a long hug. That wasn't a church hug. I'm like, I'm gonna say it out loud because we all gonna be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I would go to a function.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think I would go.
I couldn't.
If you want to go, fine, go ahead. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I would go.
No, like I said, it doesn't make sense for me to be there. Because it doesn't make sense for you to be there. It really makes no sense for me to be there because you like that's not your family, and I'm definitely have nothing to do with these people. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not gonna become friends with your ex's family. Like, we're not gonna be cool.
Right.
I'm out there with your ex's brothers and sisters because I'm cool. That's just messy. That's messy.
It is messy. I'd be worried. I've watched enough Snapped and Lifetime movies that I'd be worried about showing up.
Right.
Like, why did they invite me? I don't know about that. I don't think I want to go.
Right. Yeah, it's not a good situation for anybody involved, I don't think. And again, some people may be able to pull it off. There are some weird people out there. I said it. Who may be able to handle that situation, but I just don't. It's for the most part, I don't think it's really a good situation.
Now, again, I think I'm a little more partial to the idea of you inviting your ex's people to stuff, the ones that you've really connected to.
Right, the traitors.
What traitors? The traitors. Man. So if you have a new partner and you invite someone from your ex's family that you were extremely close to, now they're a traitor, you invite them to your parties, your wedding, all those kinds of things.
When we're done, your family's done with them too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Don't find out y'all hanging out on the low. We're done.
So don't go to none of your ex's functions. No.
No, move on.
All right. So everyone has to move on.
Everybody should move on.
All right. Okay.
It's a rare occasion that it should. Thank you.
Can I have a little bit? Girl, I just gave you like 5.
Let her have what she wants. You can make more.
You just gave me one.
She made peanut butter cookies.
Oh, that sounds good.
Actually, peanut butter too.
I know.
Good
why-
job.
Chocolate chip.
I have chocolate chip. I just didn't make them. Because Savannah wasn't going to eat them.
Nice.
I might eat them.
Well, I think real good.
They're good, right, Amanda? Okay. So, taught her how to cook. She been.
You taught me.
All right
Who taught you that?
You
now.
taught me
Who
Okay.
taught,
stove. You taught me
Who
how to
taught
work
you
the
that?
stove.
who taught you that? Who taught you that?
I learned from
Yeah,
Dang, peanut butter cookies. How many more crunches is that, Daryl?
yeah, right. I had a little bit. Jeez, believe you.
I be trying to figure it out when I eat a little extra stuff. Like how much more of a workout I gotta do.
Hold on a second.
what 3 can take.
That's perfect. You can chocolate chip in there. Be careful. All right. Yeah, I take a bite. That's it. Get a little taste in my mouth, and I'll leave it alone. I've been doing really well, so I'm doing really well with my diet. I'm on point. So I figure I stay on point to Thanksgiving, so I can eat a little bit.
All right.
That's the
I'm
goal.
doing okay. I wouldn't say well. I'm doing okay.
Do better.
I could do better. I know I could.
So
I
are
could
there,
definitely do
are
better.
there any families that you're still cool with of exes?
One.
Okay.
The other one's divorced me.
Right. I told you not to be around her.
Yes.
So the one, how did that work out? How does it work out? Are you comfortable?
It's the other way where I'm cool, so I'll invite them to stuff. I wouldn't go to anything.
Right.
Not now. Not
Right.
now.
And
Not
just-
now.
It's some of his family that you're cool with. You're still cool with.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
It's not him.
Nah. Not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Now, say you invited, whoever you know, and then he came with them.
That would be interesting. That would be really interesting because the person knows. I would think that the person knows not to do that,
Right.
but it would be interesting if that happened.
I mean, you might want to get that old thing back. Try to show up.
It is possible.
That's what was signal to me. Like, you showing up? Like, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, if you haven't shown up before,
Right.
so yeah, that would raise some red flags for me. You haven't tried to bogart your way into anything else.
Yeah, that would be weird. Yeah, exes stay away. That's what I say. For a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Okay.
So remind you why we be reminded why we broke up.
Or why we should get back together.
Or that could be that too. Like, again, that's sometimes that space helps you to forget the bad.
Of course, yes.
See him looking
You
good.
start to idealize the relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
But dang, girl, when we was together, we was in the house all the time, but now you out looking good. I ain't really see you dressed up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, you like, what's up, girl? What's up?
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that because you're in your home with your people, so you feel comfortable. Because we know we'll beat him up. So that even gives you more courage to act silly.
Of
you might,
course.
especially just think about if you don't have anybody with you, and your ex is there, and they bring somebody else, you might really want to show off.
Of course.
Yeah. So
I've done that.
Oh, see, look at you showing.
I have done that. Being stupid.
Right.
I admit, invited to something by a family member, showed up and showed out.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, we're gonna have a show.
Yes. Yeah.
I think, and that's the thing too. Like, depending on how close your family is with somebody, if they do invite them, now you kind of for your ex. Now it's like, do I want to go to my my cousin's house because I know so and so gonna be there?
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to go? Now you have to actively think: do I want to go? Do I want to be in that situation? Do I want to put my new person in that situation? You know what I
I
mean?
know, Neil, young and dumb.
Like you ain't never did it. Stop acting like you had them dumb moments. We all
We
had.
have butter. We don't have butter sticks.
You have the butter and the yellow thing.
Yes, it was just it was fun for me.
Right.
But
Right.
now when I look back, it probably wasn't fun for the new person. It was fun for
Oh,
me.
right.
It was fun. I was, it was
Yeah.
fun.
But they put like, all right, we're gonna.
Why?
Can't believe this.
I know.
But she's cute, so we're gonna put up with it.
Right. Basically.
Doesn't care like she's cute, I'll be out of here.
Basically.
Listen, it's like I said, there's not a scenario tonight that we talked about that wasn't uncomfortable in some.
Yeah, it's all uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable, and I think that's why it's really you really have to divorce the family. So oh brother, okay, you the only person, not you. Everybody else though, not you. Old souls make a lot of mistakes too. But okay, I know you, not you, Neil. I get it. I was touched.
But yeah, I think you're right. All those situations are uncomfortable.
Yes. Yep.
And unnecessary.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And like I said, it doesn't help you grow in any way for the most part.
Yeah, especially if you're in a new relationship.
Right.
When you don't have another relationship, I think that's,
No, it no work. I don't know what you have. It's bad.
If you're not in a relationship yourself, it can be fun.
Yeah, it can be at someone else's expense. So
Yeah.
So it doesn't. Like I said, I don't see any way it could be feasible. So if someone sees something or knows a way, please put it in the chat. Right.
Yes.
I don't see any way that it's really not uncomfortable for a lot of people that's involved. I don't see how it makes anything better, how it makes any relationship stronger. It just seems like something that's just not. It almost feels inappropriate. It just doesn't seem appropriate because it just seems like it's going to hurt somebody or somebody. And I don't want to go anywhere where I got to feel uncomfortable.
Right. Or, make anyone else feel uncomfortable. I mean, as a mature person now, I would never want to do that.
Right.
Go somewhere and make someone else uncomfortable.
Right. I mean, people just meeting someone else's family, period. Their family, right? That's an audition. You meet someone's family. Now I got to meet somebody who's not even your family. I got to meet them. And I don't know, am I trying to audition for them? Am I trying to make them like me? Do I need to talk to them? Like, what am I doing here? Like, because I don't know how much you have invested. Well, obviously you have invested more than a lot because you're here, right? You go out your way to come to something that really has nothing to do with you.
And you're still investing into that. You're still investing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is weird.
Yeah, you've never stopped investing. Which means you have less to invest in what you're doing now.
Right. And are you really done with the situation, right? Or what is keeping you glued to it? Because if I can divorce you and I like you, then your family should be able to go too. You know what I mean? Because we had a more intimate relationship. So what am I really holding on to? Do I want to see? Because in my mind, like, do you want to see them? Like, what's really going on? What is really going on? So let's say no. No.
Divorce the whole family. Words according to Darrow.
This guy between the two.
All right, guys. Catch us on the replay. Drop some comments. If you know someone or if you're someone who's making this work, let us know. We definitely want to hear from you.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. How it worked. Lie to us, about how it worked.
Darryl, as you see, Darryl doesn't believe you.
No. I don't.
All right, guys. If you have topics you want us to cover, let us know. We will definitely put them up and talk about them. And if you want to talk about them with us, you can be on the panel.
Maybe
So,
for screening.
You know what? Good night, Neil. All right, guys. See you. I won't see you next week. I'll be out and about. So I'm not sure. What?
I see you moving, shaking, and popping. Always.
I will be. Yes, I will be.
I hear you.
So, yes. So I'm not sure who's going to be on here next week, but there will be someone.
Gotcha.
Good night, guys.
This guy. Good night.